Hello, Master Tax here and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to have a look at a battle from the Tier 8 British heavy tank, the reward from ranked battles. It is the Charlemagne. If you enjoy what you see, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So before we get into the action, I'll show you my crew and equipment that I've currently got in this tank. My crew on this tank are really good, all onto the 7th skill. It is my crew from my Super Conqueror. The equipment I use in the special survivability slot is vents. Then in the special firepower slot I've got a gun rammer, then improved rotation mechanism. I also use a premium consumable food. On field modifications I have maxed this out, so I get a permanent bonus of plus 3% to vehicle hit points. Haven't fiddled with any other modification. So now let's have a look at it in action. Today I'm playing on Serene Coast. It's a standard battle and I've got the 366 matchmaking and I'm bottom tier today. So what I want to do is go to the hill at around about D1. So this tank, you can get it from ranked battles, but you do have to pay bonds for it. Can't remember exactly how many bonds it was, but I suspect it was something like 15,000. And I thought, since it's a British tank, I do like the British tanks. And then this one's got a big gun and a Tier 8. I thought, oh, it'll be really good, but I was wrong. I think this tank's more for your collectors. It's a little bit novel having that big alpha damage on a British tank, but that's all it's really got going for it. So I'll tell you a little bit about this tank, and you do get a 119.38mm gun on it, which has 220mm of penetration with 440 alpha damage. But with my crew and equipment, and I've got a really good crew in this tank, I've got a reload time of 12.94 seconds, which is torturous, which gives us a DBM of 2040, which isn't very good. And then I've got an aim time of 3.06 seconds, which is terrible, and a dispersion of 0.39. But you do get your standard 10 degrees of gun depression, which is always good. So it's only got the gun depression, the penetration isn't too bad, and the alpha damage is really nice, but it does get worse than that because your shell velocity is 597 meters per second, which is absolutely terrible. So you definitely can't snipe with this. So back to the battle, and I'm moving in. Bit brave really, since everybody's fell back, but I thought I'd have to push the corner, and if I can spot them, there is an FV4005 behind us, so I might be able to get some assistance. That's basically what I do try and do a lot in this tank, especially if I'm bottom tier. But you do have some decent battles when you are top tier with that alpha damage. It really hurts some lower tier tanks like tier 6 tanks. So I am going to play a little bit more aggressive, try and push this ridge line, see if I can work this gun depression. And this gun does hurt, but I do have to get out the way after I've fired a shot. So I'm cresting the ridge, and there's a nice shot into the E75, 487 damage. So if I can get a few more of them in, I will be happy. But I've taken a shot from the Tiger 2, so I'm pulling back while I wait for this massive reload. And now I have reloaded. I could really do with some support. Shouldn't really be playing that ridge line, especially by myself, but I am hoping that my tanks to the right of us, the E100, will keep them occupied. So I've crested the ridge, I bounced a shot, and I got a second shot into the E75, but a bit of a low roll, 425 damage. So I'm pulling back and waiting for this reload again. Did I get some assistance? I didn't get any assistance for that. So I've reloaded, so I'm pushing up again, press the ridge. Can I get another shot in? Not going to get the cupola on a Tiger 2, so I'm just pulling back again. So I'll tell you a little bit more about this tank while I play this ridge line. Can I get a shot into the Carnarvon? And there's a shot into the Carnarvon, 456 damage. Quite happy with that. So I'll tell you a little bit more about the tank, and I'll tell you about the armour, and it doesn't get any better with the armour. You would think it would have a really strong turret, but it hasn't. It's got 170mm on the front, but you do bounce a few shots but the turret isn't the strongest. And then you get 80mm on the side, 70 on the rear, and I've managed to take the Carnarvon out. Being tracked by a T-28 prototype, and I can't repair it, and now I'm pulling back because my repair kit was on a cooldown, but it has fully charged. So I'm pushing up again, see if I can help get a shot into that E75 in the side. I've got the side, there's a nice 479 roll, so I'm quite happy about that, and I bounced a shot from a Tiger 2. So back to the armour. So now to the hull armour. On the front of your hull you do get 130mm, which isn't very good to tell you the truth. Oh, what a roll, 508 damage with that shot. So back to the armour, and then you get 70mm of armour on the side of the hull, 38 on the rear. So basically, once you do fire a shot, you do have to get back in cover. You can't sit in front of tanks because they will just take you out really easy. So is there anything good about this tank? Anything else I can tell you about? Well, I'll tell you about the mobility, and that isn't good. So you get a top speed going forward of 35 kilometers an hour. Can I get a shot another Conqueror? Nice shot another Conqueror. And then you get a reverse speed of 15 kilometers an hour, which isn't too bad to help you pull back over them ridge lines, but that forward speed is terrible. You could put a turbo on, but there's so many things wrong with this tank. Do you really want to lose a slot for a turbo? I personally think that you should focus on the gun, since that's the only decent thing. Try and make the handling better, you reload better, and just focus on that and leave everything how it is. So I'm just getting a shot into the Panzer, 505 roll, so I'm quite happy about that, and I'm just pulling back while I wait for this massive reload again. But we seem to be doing really well, and there's only 3 tanks left, so I'm letting them pull back a little bit. I'm asking for help. My team is pushing in, so I'm pushing up to the ridge. I don't really want to go to that ridge. The standard base behind him, and there's a T-28 prototype that is at base, but he did get a shot into us earlier on, so I'm just waiting for me support. Is the Panzer pushing? I will try and use my gun depression, get a shot down on him. Can I get a shot into the T-28 prototype? I can't, so I'm going to push down, see if I can get another shot into the Panzer. He's still there. Can I get a shot into him? He's pushing around. There's a nice shot into him. There's a low roll, 405, but I did manage to bounce his shot. Now there's a Stritch van 103B coming to support us. I might be able to take this Panzer out, and somebody's beating us to it. So only a standard B left, so I'm going to try and push, get a shot into him before it's the end of the match. Hopefully I can get a shot into him before he gets taken out. So I'm just cresting the ridge. Can I get a shot into him? And I missed the shot. See if I can get some ram damage in. Can I ram him to death? Oh, I didn't get the kill, but I did ram him. Let's have a quick look at the stats. It was a class 1 badge, and I got the high caliber for me 5012 damage. Top of the tree for XP with a base XP of 1459. Top for damage, I made 230,000 credits, that's due to battle payment and a personal reserve bonus, plus 5,692 XP, that's due to playing a premium vehicle, a personal reserve bonus, and an award for the first victory each day, which was at ×2. I'd like to thank you for watching today's battle. I hope you enjoyed it and found the information useful. If you did, please don't forget to like and comment. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. There's a little icon in the bottom left hand corner. Cheers.